I suspect I'll get
I was
redistricted.
just like, wow.
Um, the so Oregon's a little different from other states that have done this, and when you say that this is not your wheelhouse, you're not alone.
Mhm.
I got many of my colleagues who texted me after we got committee assignments saying, "I'm so glad you're in charge. I don't have to think about it until we get it." I just know that you know a lot about it, and you're going to continue to know a lot about it. So, I'd say most people say climate change is already here for many Oregonians, and we're seeing it. Somebody I know posted a picture of a daffodil that was blooming this morning on Facebook. Yeah, time check. It's January 12th, and we have daffodils blooming already.
It's not raining.
Yeah, and we haven't had a hard freeze either.
Great for the moss on our roofs, but not really great for snowpack. So, yes, the So the, I think no. I think previous versions of this conversation have talked about the urban-rural divide in Oregon and the importance of investing in urban and rural Oregon. For me, this bill matters for people regardless of where you live, and I'd say our distinction is more on socioeconomic class, because we're seeing that happen with major climate events around our country. If you have homeowners insurance, if you own a home and have access to homeowners insurance, then you have access to rebuild or fix things once major climate disruption happens. If you're a renter, I mean, there's 15% of people who are impacted by the Houston hurricanes impacts and the flooding that happened who have never been able to return home, and those people don't have $500 in their savings account to pay for moving out of the city, let alone the $5,000 it takes to kind of uproot, repay for everything, move all your stuff, buy new stuff. I mean, so there's two different distinctions, I think, as we move forward the program. And a good point of clarification is, even if we pass this year, the program's not going to be up and running until 2021. So we have a pretty strong glide path for rulemaking and understanding how we need to prepare for extreme climate events and also prepare our businesses and rebuild basic systems like drinking and sewer infrastructure that are going to get hammered by changes in the way that our weather is happening, and that are also extremely difficult for people to afford. Those are kind of basic household necessities that you have to pay on a daily on a daily sort of cyclical business cycle. So I'm trying to figure out how to say this in a way that doesn't jump ahead. I personally have been thinking a lot around how seeing what we're seeing in other countries globally around the sensitivity to gas prices and energy prices, that we can be doing our part to mitigate and help all Oregonian families, regardless of socioeconomic status, respond to, prepare for, and adapt to climate change in the way that it is impacting us on a day-to-day basis. And it hits home for people all around the state. I mean, we saw a huge spike in hospitalizations in Southern Oregon around wildfire. And if you don't have money to pay medical bills, I mean, that is climate change showing up in our bank accounts. You know, I have a friend who just bought an air conditioning unit at a cost of, you know, with installation upwards of a couple $1,000 or two. That's climate change because, you know, they've got small kids and they want to make sure that their air is being filtered during the summer. That stuff requires money. And that's why, for me, I got a good feedback from another constituent who emailed me and felt like I shouldn't be working on this because it's not our top priority, that some of these things right here at the top are our biggest pressing issues. But for me, climate change is an economic issue for many of us. And we've been not paying attention to it as much as we have to the other things because we still think it's so far off. But not for the people who live in Salem who had to go buy water for a couple weeks of the summer. So I'll say it.
Thank you for holding that space.
Yeah.